Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sid. I go by Sidically on a lot of social media and I suppose now on YouTube too. So thank you for finding me. Welcome to my art channel. Creating a YouTube presence on the internet has always been something on the back of my mind. It's always been something I wanted to do. And I finally found the motivation to do it. I've watched a lot of art YouTubers over the years, and they really inspired me to kind of come out of my comfort zone and share my art with videos. I also want to use this channel not as only as a form of entertainment and relaxing space for people who want to just watch some videos and chill with me, but it's also kind of to force myself to make art consistently, because usually I only do like a big illustration like once every couple months, and the rest of the time I'm just doodling in my sketchbook, if that. And I just really want to improve on my art way faster and consistently. Now for a little bit about me, I suppose, if you really care. I don't know, just trying to fill in the space. I really like Dr. Pepper. I'm a Dr. Pepper hoarder. You will probably see it in my profile picture for my channel. It's kind of my brand at this point because the only things I ever drink is water and Dr. Pepper. I like anime, I like video games, some cartoons. My style is kind of a mix of anime and cartoons. I paint a little bit. I paint for my part-time job. I was in art school for 2 years, but I dropped out because I do not like it. Let's go for a speed round. My favorite game is Persona 5 Royal. My dog is named after Goro Akechi. I like Chinese food or noodles in any form. Let's see. I'm currently playing Genshin Impact, and I've been playing it since November. If you don't know, it's a great game. If you like RPGs, open world games, fantasy elements, good character designs, I think it's for you because it's very addicting and it's low-key given me a gambling addiction with the gacha system. My zodiac sign is a Pisces, and if you're a Harry Potter fan, I'm a Ravenclaw. Oh, my head just popped in the frame. Oh, it's there again. It's so hard to see what you're doing when you're drawing and recording the video. It's kind of at an angle, so I had to make sure the proportions were right, I had to keep kind of standing up and seeing it from the top view if everything looked all right. It still kind of turned out wonky, but it's not too bad. I don't really care that much. I suppose I could talk about what's happening on screen. Well, it's been a long time since I've drawn traditionally and done a full-blown illustration like this. So it took some getting used to. That's for sure. Oh, my head's in the frame. Get out of there. Get out of me. Okay. So I usually draw and sketch it in colored pencil first. And it just looks softer and nicer. I don't know how to explain it. It just makes it look nicer and cleaner and softer, which is what I'm going for. And the pink actually adds a nice color into the piece too. And so Yeah, that's why I do that. I actually picked it up from, I used to watch Juicy Ink, I think. I don't know. She used to be called Juicy Ink. I think it's Torianne on YouTube, or on Instagram, one of those. But I picked that up from her, and that's actually why I started doing watercolors, because she did a lot of those, and she also used the paint color pencils to sketch her art with, so that's where I picked that up. And now to explain what I am drawing. So this is kind of my art persona. This is usually how I draw myself, and it's how I draw myself for all my profile pictures and such. It's just like my avatar that I have. And it's basically just me with elf ears, and this is actually an outfit that I actually have. At least the top is just the top in real life. It's not a whole entire dress, but yeah. And I also have an earring like that and a necklace like that, and I wear my shoes all the time. It's just me in a fantasy world as some kind of fae creature. I don't know. I really like fantasy, magic, all that kind of stuff. It's just very whimsical, fantastical. I love escaping to other worlds, so of course I draw myself as if I'm in another world. My hands are just dancing around trying to remember how to art. Oh, and then I go in with a kneaded eraser to lightly pick up those pink lines that I made. And now I'm actually going in with some Copic liners. I have not used liners in so long. I have a whole entire cup full of liners, but I just never use them. Whenever I watercolor, I usually just do the sketch with that pink pencil, and then I go straight in with the watercolors, and then after, if it starts looking a little messy, then I clean up the edges with either a brush pen or colored pencils. But I don't know what came over me. I don't know what possessed me to grab these bucket of liners and go at it, but I suppose I did, and maybe I'll try to use them more in the future. I mentioned before that I rarely do traditional art, and I got an iPad about 2 years ago, so I've been gearing more towards digital art for a while, and honestly, I haven't really drawn traditionally and sat down with full intent to make an illustration traditionally, and I have to say it's been at least a year. When I was in art school, it just really drained me, and I started to hate art because I just associated it with schoolwork, and that stressed me out. The workload was pretty big for my standards, and it really didn't help my motivation to make art on my own. But I'm glad that I've realized that I don't need to go to school to feel like my art is worthy. And if you're watching this and you're in art school and you're loving it, good for you. But if you're in art school or any college for that reason, if you just don't feel right to be there, don't be afraid to say, well, I don't like this place, I'm going to go. Even if you have debts, all of us have debts, you'll work it out. It's just better to get out of there and better yourself towards happiness instead of staying in a place where you're not happy. Oh, look at me sounding all philosophical and crap. I almost sweared. I'm gonna try not to swear, but it might slip out because I do want everyone to be able to watch this. I want kids to see this and be like, oh, she's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose I'll eventually, maybe if I grow big enough, I really want to get a like Twitch channel, and maybe I'll game on there, and that'll be my adult place where I swear because the games freak me out, because I do swear when I game. I just get very ragey, and I don't know how to control my gaming rage. It's very hard. I just get so into it, and I probably shouldn't base my worth on how well I play at a video game, but you know, what can you do? Ooh, nice, we're cleaning her up, getting her ready for the color. I think past me was just adding some finishing touches. I really wanted this outfit to have some elements of my real life with all my hair and my jewelry and my shirt and my boots. They're all based off of things that I have in real life. But I did want to add some fantasy elements, so I gave myself some bandages like I'm on an adventure, a cool belt, and some fingerless gloves. Also in my belt, I thought it'd be cool if I added some paint brushes and little pencils, and I just added a bunch of art supplies in my belt. So, and I kind of imagine I'm just like a little traveling artist traveling across the fantasy world through the forests and mountains, and I'm the artist that walks into town and I'm like, does anyone want me to paint a portrait of you, dear noble? I don't know. Just pay me, royalty. Pay me. If you're wondering what kind of supplies and mediums I'm using, I will try my best to list everything in the description. If you're wondering what kind of content I'm going to put out on this channel, I'm going to start off with a bunch of speed paints just to get the ball rolling, but eventually in the future I want to try doing some kind of chill like sketchbook sessions. I really love doing art challenges, so if I see some art challenges I'll definitely jump on those. And I also really like designing characters. So a video that's coming up is actually I'm going to be designing a character from Genshin Impact, an OC from the Inazuma region, the new one that is coming out. If you're a fan of Genshin Impact, there's a new update coming, and it's a whole region based off of Japan. So I already have a bunch of ideas rolling for what kind of character I'm going to make. So stay tuned for that video too. The color that I'm adding into my hair in this drawing is actually the color that I have in real life. But I change my hair color a lot of the time, so... Oh, there's my heat gun, my best friend. He's a little dancing on the screen. Heat guns are great if you are impatient and you don't like waiting for dry times, because it literally dries it in seconds because it's so hot. Just don't put your fan in front of it. I did it once just to test how hot it is for some reason, and I burned my hand. It's that hot, so don't do that. What was I saying? Oh, yes, my hair color. Sorry, this is so chaotic. My hair color currently is this teal color, but when I do change my hair color, I will probably just update my avatar to that current color, just to switch up the looks a little bit. I usually have that same haircut though, that A-line bob, so I would just have to recolor it. Since I've been drawing mostly on my iPad for the past year, I've kind of developed my style digitally. So I've developed a new coloring method where it's like I add a lot of random colors and pastel colors in like an overlay layer, so I'm trying to kind of mimic that here by adding a bunch of random colors. So I'm kind of adapting my digital coloring style into traditional watercolor formats. So we'll see how that goes as I keep continuing to make watercolor videos for this channel. And that is probably all I have left to say in the commentary. So for the rest of the video, you can just relax, watch me paint, and listen to the music. Again, all the materials that I use in the video, I will put them in the description. And I will also put down all my social media if you want to follow me on there. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me another time. Subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.